Welcome to Bushwick Book Club Seattle presents original music inspired by Isabel Allende's Violeta. That was our great theme song for courtesy of Julia Massey. Want to begin by saying that Bushwick Northwest recognizes that our organization is headquartered and our events take place on the unceded lands of the Duwamish and Coast Salish people. We honor with gratitude the land itself and the first people past and present. My name is Wes Weddell. I am the Associate Director of the Bushwick Book Club Seattle. I am a 6-foot-tall-ish, skinny white dude with some pandemic facial hair and my best purple shirt on tonight in honor of Violeta. Who has read it? Some of it? All right, who's read some of it? Oh, there's a couple more hands. Very good. All right. Who has read anything by Isabel Allende? Okay, that's good. Who had an easy time finding a parking spot tonight? I did. Okay, look at the lucky people. Oh, we know your secret now. All of you who just raised your hands are about to incur the wrath of everybody who didn't. Who has experienced the pandemic? Sort of expect everything. Yes, important plot point bookending our novel here. Who remembers what it was like 100 years ago? Okay, not as many. That's okay. Just seeing what we all here have in common with Violeta de Valle. Who has experienced loss? How about a complicated relationship? Okay, now we're getting some hands up. How about peace? Oh, good. All right. All of these things and so much more are covered in this extraordinary tale. You'll hear about a lot of those things from our performers tonight. If you have never attended one of these before, what you're about to see is 8 different musical acts coming up who've all read the book and drawn inspiration from something. What is up to them to tell you and then share their original song composed based on that inspiration. Performing tonight is Mann, Vince Martinez, Nottingham Wicks, Shelby Natasha, Intisaar, Kate Berreth, Christiana Crabbe, and Chiku Nance. Can we give them all a big hand? Our partner organization for this evening is Seatle Rep. Yeah. Whose mission is to collaborate with extraordinary artists to create productions and programs that reflect and elevate the diverse cultures, perspectives, and life experiences of our region. Interspersed with the music tonight will be theater scenes performed by local actors Rose Cano and Viviana Garza, directed by Daira Rodriguez. We'll share a little bit more about what's coming there once we get underway, and we encourage you to visit the Rep's table or visit seattlerep.org if you're tuning in from home for more information. Everybody put your hands up over your head and wave them for the live stream viewers at home. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. If you visit the Seattle Rep table, you can spin the wheel. And everybody loves to spin the wheel. There is a rule, however. This wheel spins for a long time and it's noisy. There will be no wheel spinning during the show. Now you know. Let's get some music started. All right, that's why we are here. Kicking us off tonight is Mann, a late blooming singer-songwriter. Mann has been on a writing flurry of late, mostly in her drafty cottage by Lake Washington, and lately at a cabin studio on the Kitsap Peninsula, where she's self-recording her 9th collection of songs. Finished Violeta while on a songwriting retreat in Stanley, Idaho in April and wrote her song Nestled at the edge of the Salmon River at the foot of the Sawtooth Mountains. Mann.
Thank you, Wes. Hi, everyone. It's good to be here with you. My description is I'm wearing something pink and I'm barefoot. That's about all I got. I really loved this book, and a lot of what I felt through the entire thing that's thematic, obviously, is relationships, and with mothers and children, be it old mothers that are living to 100 years old or young mothers and the challenges that they're in. But I also thought about the quilt of time. And like when you're flying over lands and you see the land down below and you can see what looks kind of like patchwork quilts. But I also like the metaphor of that being over time. So time and distance and the theme that ended up being in my song, which is called Quilt of Home. Mothers and children have a story, sewn one to another in time. When one stitch ends, we pick up where it left off, sew it forth, and carry it on. Listening to the words brings a story of home. Sometimes you waken life to the ages and tell you there's so much more than written on the pages. Always a missing piece in the fabric of time. Child goes into the world searching for a thread of home. Ooh. My mama's been gone a long time, but she told me her tales as she watched me grow mine. Tucking the quilt up under my chin, till it was I tucking her in. A scent can bring her back more than 1,000 words of home. That place in your heart where the story ends and starts, right into the next chapter till they put your pony away. One writes a book, another writes a song, intertwining spools into their own. Ooh, patches bound together, weaving the quilt of home. Of home. Mothers and children have a story. Thank you very much.
G-Man! Welcome back to the Bushwick stage after many years away. Gene last joined us for original music inspired by Frankenstein, which, there were some good songs that night. This fella here was part of the very first ever Bushwick Book Club Seattle show, October 10th, and Frankenstein, look at you. October 10th, 2010 was the very first one. And now here we are, May 13th, 2023. Vince Martinez is a Seattle-based Americana singer-songwriter originally from Santa Fe, New Mexico. His band, the Great Blue Yonders' last album, Northwest by Southwest, features original music inspired by Martinez's New Mexican roots, as well as his recent Pacific Northwest experiences. Vince is in full dad mode and is now officially coaching his son's soccer team. Go Snow Sharks.
Thank you, Wes. Glad to be here. So I was inspired by a line in the book about having an interesting life. And apparently that's a Chinese curse to have an interesting life because, lots of things happen when your life is interesting, and it can be sad and it can be hard and having to get through everything. And I finished the book on the plane. I was going to a meeting in New York, and I started, crying on the plane, the whole thing, thinking about my grandmother and how long she lived and all the things that she experienced. And then I was at a meeting in New York, and I was talking about how it's exciting times and interesting times, and I work in climate change in the built environment, and the guy across from me was like, that's a Chinese curse to have interesting life. And I was like, whoa, what? I just finished reading this book like 12 hours ago about this thing. And so I was like, okay, this has to be what I write the song about. So it's about having an interesting life and all the trials and tribulations that come with it. And I'm sorry, visual description of myself: shorter Hispanic male, big glasses, full beard, and pushing close to 40, as you can see in the gray in my beard. All right. Life born in chaos, quickness across the world, following a band of brothers, emerges a little girl. A seed spoiled rotten behind a wall of stone. Keep the outside on the outside, beside the family's the home. Mother bound to bed, and then a father on the rails. My caretaker, she didn't take her, Lord, made me straight as a nail. I witnessed the old man crumble when I was oh so young. He swindled till he stumbled, then his song was surely sung. Interesting life, a blessing or a curse. You can't live it twice, the best, the rest, the worst. An interesting life, no, it won't come again. To love and lose, pass it on to you, a life that's interesting. This life I had 4 lovers. I left the first and the last 2 died. The second one gave me my babies. Had other lovers on the side. And those kids, while I loved them dearly, I lost them to their paths. When you're old, you see the past so clearly. Just one road to the aftermath. Twists and turns of living will tie you up in knots, and the lessons still worth learning are the ones that can't be bought. time it starts all over. When the clock is just the sun, Lord knows that my long life shall been an interesting one. Lord knows that my long life shall been an interesting one. Interesting life, a blessing or a curse. You can't live it twice, the best, the rest, the worst. An interesting life, no, it won't come again. To love and lose, pass it on to you, a life that's interesting. To love and lose, pass it on to you, a life that's interesting. Thank you.
Vince Martinez. All right. So for those of you who didn't raise your hand when I asked who read. No. Might have been some wireless. Check. Hey, okay. All right. Sorry about that. Anyway, that was an interesting thing that just happened to you. And so those of you who didn't raise your hand at the beginning of who read the book, now you're caught up a little bit. Thank you, Vince, for that primer. If you like what you hear and you want to find out what some of these other artists do the rest of the time in their musical lives, you can head to the digital program that we've created for this evening. Oh, Jeff was headed up here to help stagehand, and now I'm going to make him change the slide. So the QR code, the hero of the last few years, right there, will take you to it. Also, bit.ly/VIO-program. Links to websites and socials for all sorts of the people that you're going to find tonight, and a nice little archive of the show. So as part of Bushwick's mission to deliver multidisciplinary, I don't have it tonight, inspiration to Seattle audiences, the Bushwick Book Club Seattle values our partnerships with other area arts organizations and the chance to integrate their passions into our undertakings and vice versa. Since 2020, the very last show we did on this stage before we couldn't do them anymore, that was original music inspired by the works of Shakespeare. Since 2020, actors from Seatle Rep have joined one Bushwick show each season. The partnership started with Shakespeare and has evolved to highlight the Rep's 20 by 30 commissions program. Tonight, interspersed throughout the music and in co-organizational spirit of artistic exchange across media, actors Rose Cano and Viviana Garza from Seatle Rep will perform scenes from Benjamin Benne's play At the Very Bottom of a Body of Water, directed by Daira Rodriguez, here to say a little bit more about how this play connects to Violeta thematically is Seattle Rep's associate, arts engagement associate, Gabrielle Moore.
Thank you so much, Wes. I'm a tall woman in my mid-20s with long brown hair, and I'm wearing a green and white dress. Seatle Rep is the largest nonprofit resident theater in the Pacific Northwest, and we put on plays and musicals every season that reflect the diverse cultures and life experiences in our region. Our vision is theater at the heart of public life, and it's partnerships like this that bring that vision statement to life. As Bushwick Book Club highlights local songwriters, our partnership highlights playwrights and local actors, bringing two art media together in conversation around the theme of a book. We will be sharing two excerpts from Benjamin Benne's play At the Very Bottom of a Body of Water. I hope you enjoy the ways in which books and music and plays excerpts come together into a cohesive evening of artistic exploration around mother-daughter relationships and personal journeys through time and history through a Latin cultural perspective. Benjamin Benne is one of our commissioned playwrights as part of Seattle Rep's 20 by 30 commissioning initiative. That means 20 plays commissioned by 2030, all of which explore the Anthropocene. look out each season for new plays like those commissioned by playwrights which speak to our time. We recently announced our 2023 and 24 season, which includes 4 plays based off of books. We have The Tempest as a musical, Little Women, Quixote Nuevo, and Fat Ham, which is a queer Black Hamlet adaptation that just won the Pulitzer Prize. There's more information at our table. Come spin the wheel, win a prize. I hope you enjoy this evening of multidisciplinary art. Thank you.
At the very bottom of a body of water, a play about fish by Benjamin Benne.
Now that I'm a woman, I know what love feels like.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in the mood for laughing. Why don't you tell me what it feels like?
When a woman is in love, she feels like all her skin is getting torn off by icicle hands and frozen winds. And then she feels like her bones are getting set on fire with kisses from hot sandpaper lips. And it feels like sun and then rain and then sun then rain. And the day just can't make up its mind. And it's rain then sun then rain then sun and then rainy and sunny at the same time. And it's so cold that it burns.
Uh-huh. And then?
That's it. That's
Yeah.
what love feels like.
Uh-huh. Okay. A veces. But there's a better love.
No way.
Yes. A love that feels like a nest. Like feathers and cotton, like perfect sweet sleep. Or like a cat stretching on a full white bed.
Mommy? Is that what heaven is like?
I don't know.
But what do you think?
I think that there is no difference between pain and pleasure in heaven.
Oh. You know what I think?
What?
I think heaven is like the aquarium.
The what?
The aquarium, remember?
Oh, I remember wishing I had 4 leashes for you and your 4 brothers.
I remember the jellyfish. I remember how their bodies look like the icing at the top of a cupcake with lace and tulle, and how their stingers look like rainbows. Did you know jellyfish are the oldest multicellular animal? They're older than bugs or birds or frogs or even dinosaurs. They've been on this planet for over 650 million years. Can you imagine that? And I remember thinking, they're not from this world. They look like angels, so they must be from some other place. Heaven.
Keep that going. Keep that going. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Hey. Keep that going. You heard me, but maybe they didn't at home. So I want to make sure they did as well. In more of that coming in Act 2. So happy to partner with Seatle Rep and their Director of Arts Engagement, Nebra Nelson, who really spearheaded this from the Rep's part, couldn't be here. Tonight is hopefully watching. Hi, Nebra. Nebra is one of the true arts heroes in the scene. Her ability to connect with organizations and visions is really extraordinary. So we feel very chosen. And my favorite bit from the pre-production meetings about this was I asked her to explain, in her words, what the connection was between Benjamin Benne's play and Violeta. And she said, poetic and strange eroticism. Yeah, so if that sounds like fun, pick the book up, huh? Yeah. All right, this is Ken Nottingham and Carrie Wicks. Carrie, you're in the shadows. You're behind me. Come on up. All right. Carrie Wicks is a 3-time Earshot Jazz Vocalist of the Year nominee. Exhibits a rare combination of relaxed listenability and deep musicality. You don't find that every day. Ken Nottingham plays bass in myriad projects around town. We believe tonight's offering is the musical partnership's 19th Bushwick song. 20. This is number 20? This is, what do you give for a 20th song? Is paper, wood? I can't remember which one. Anyway, congratulations in the 20 Song Club. Oh, I'm so excited. Nottingham and Wicks.
Check. Are we working? So actually, I realized that the first tune that we did for Bushwick was back in 2013, and so we ran that tune for our sound check. You guys weren't here for that part, but the tune's called "The Bottom of Your Heart," and it's on one of my albums, so you can find that there. But anyway, so in 10 years, we've done 20 songs, so that's about 2 a year. And we're really happy to be here again at the Hugo House with you guys. Did you want to say something? Oh, I'll talk about the oh, right, what are we wearing? I'm wearing a black dress with purple leggings, even though it's 80 degrees outside. And I have silver, used to be brown hair.
Oh, yeah, I'm wearing jeans and a vest and a t-shirt with a Chinese lady sticking out, I guess, and yeah, I got kind of silver hair as well. Yeah.
Of the t-shirt, the Chinese lady, and she's playing a bass, but you can't see that under the vest. And the name of our tune is Birdcage, which I thought I would just explain a little bit because no one else has mentioned it yet. And in the book, it's this structure that someone built, the protagonist, who's a girl living in a rural area. And we think the book takes place in Chile, even though that's never really mentioned. But the birdcage is a place where she can go to read books and just kind of have her own safe space. And so that image resonated with me. And then did you want to talk about the music?
Yeah. This was a different song for us. Usually we write the words first and then kind of put some chords together, and then Carrie will improvise a melody over it. But this one we did backwards. We wrote the melody first, and trying to keep with the completionist 100-year thing, I wanted to use every 12 notes of the Western scale. So I came up with this melody that wasn't too obtuse, and then we put some chords to it, and then kind of worked it up, and we put some words to that melody, and yeah, and then we it had chords, piano chords, and a bunch of other stuff, but then we kind of stripped it down to just bass and vocals, kind of what we do with the Bushwick thing, and this is what we came up with.
Wasn't it in your safe place where he brought you to do unkind things? Wasn't it not also there that your guardian angel saved your ever-loving grace from the doom inside yourself that sat looming in a pool of shame? Reading my naked palm, she said I wouldn't want for XYZ. I'd be fine here inside my mind, the fermenting pots of self, rotting delicately to a perfection aged with time, a pisco, pure yet unrefined. Words hovered exiled in the diaphanous rain as I read book after book, sheltered by peaceful heart. Fragile memory lingers yet. The soul transcends to starry dust, dissolves slowly into the void like a dewy fog at dawn. Bright bird with bended knees, set to take a fearless flight, to soar across the canopy, to soar across the canopy, to soar across the canopy. Amba do de da mo de da ow. Amba da de da dit 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 dit. Ba we bura de do da da ba de a bura wow wow da ba da. Amba de da ba 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 ba. Ba da de da da de 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 de. To soar across the canopy, to soar across the canopy, to soar across the canopy. Ken Nottingham. Thank you.
Ken Nottingham and Carrie Wicks. Yeah. All right, if you like that, and it sounds like you did, you can, they'll be doing a duo show on July 13th at Egan's. Egan's. All right. Reminder that you can find out information about all the performers and actors that are visiting us tonight on the digital program, bit.ly/VIO-PGM. If you are a crossword puzzle fan, Amy Zoe creates a custom crossword inspired by each book in our season. We have a bit.ly for that as well. And there's some printouts hanging around here, bit.ly/Violeta-crossword. We're going to have one more performance, and then we're going to take a little intermission, and then we got a whole other act for you. Be sure to check out the Bushwick membership information table. Some of the performers have merch there. We also, Seatle Rep has a table here and a wheel to spin. I know you want to spin that wheel. But before we do that, we have one more song. And this is Shelby Natasha. Yes. Before quarantine, Shelby Natasha had the opportunity to watch a Bushwick Book Club performance and was so inspired by the concept, she went home and wrote a song about the book she was reading at the time. You can do that too. The practice of creating art inspired by creations of another medium has always been something she has thoroughly enjoyed both doing and observing, and we are so delighted to welcome her to the Bushwick stage for the first time, Shelby Natasha.
Thanks, everyone. I was really inspired by the concept of like that end of life undressing of oneself to someone that you love and just being honest and like saying, this is my life, this is like the good and the bad, and I want you to see me. So yeah, my song was inspired by that. And a visual description, I have hair to my belly button, and I'm playing a Chinese instrument that looks like a harp that's sleeping on my lap, but it's not. It's called a guzheng.
By the time that you get this, I'll be somewhere far away. But before I go, I have some things I think I'd like to say. I was no angel, but I was yours. I was no angel, but I was yours. Do not cry for me. I'm not leaving, just changing. Do not cry for me.
Thank you.
Shelby Natasha. Welcome to the club. All right, it's intermission time. Visit DK at the bar. Find your way to the info table. Sign up for the Bushwick quiz. The barrier to entry is low. The quiz will happen right after intermission. Restrooms right over there. We got a whole other set of music and theater coming at you soon. Thank you.
all ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club.
Hello! Welcome to Act 2! Original music inspired by Violeta and more. This is Drea Marilyn. Drea is Bushwick's program manager. Has been working with us this season to help these show lineups look like they look. So let's do that again. It has been a delight working with Drea and getting to know her world some. Right now, it is quiz time. Yes, at every Bushwick show since Fahrenheit 451, sometime in 2012, we've done this quiz thing where we bring 3 of you up on stage to answer questions you don't know the answer to, so the rest of us can laugh. And apparently it's a popular thing. Having read the book will not help you. And tonight, prizes, what we're playing for. Everyone who comes up here gets a Bushwick pint glass. All right. Second place gets a Bushwick pint glass and a Here Lies Love tote bag, courtesy of Seatle Rep. All right. I could have left those in a better spot. I'm sorry. First place, our quiz winner gets a Bushwick pint glass, a Here Lies Love tote bag, and this book that was in this bag that Executive Director Jeff Larson gave me earlier today. I know nothing about it. By the way, that is Executive Director Jeff Larson in the back, pushing buttons on slides, coming up and stage handing. He tends to choose only the moments when I am asking him to change a slide. I love it. We practice this. All right. Here was the question that you all need to get right to be considered for this. Which of these honors has author Isabel Allende not won? A, Chile's National Literature Prize. B, Best Novel in Mexico. C, U.S. Presidential Medal of Freedom. D, Super Bowl MVP. Anybody? Oh my God. Super Bowl. That's correct. She did not win the Super Bowl MVP. Mm-hmm. All right, if Drea calls your name, come on up and await further instruction.
All right, we have Jody Boone. And then next we have, let's see, make sure they got it right. And we got Lauren Persha. And go ahead.
I'll do the third one while Drea has you write your name largely on this card for our high-tech scoring system here. All right. All right. Caitlin Tortis. All right. Excellent. All right. Jody. First name, big letters. All right. Perfect. All right. I will, in the order you were called, so contestant 1, 2, and 3, I will say a word, and you will tell me which of the 2 potential answers you think it is. Tonight's topic is, all right, tonight's all about Violeta, right? But how much do you know about violets, the flowers? Specifically, can you tell the name of a violet from the name of a lily? Everything I say is either a violet or a lily. It's that simple. You say violet or lily, and I will tell you if you're right or not. All right, Jody, you are first. Step up to the microphone. Fortnight.
Violet.
Incorrect. All right. It's also known as the African iris, the fortnight lily. All right. Western dog.
A violet.
That's correct. Right, the western dove is also known as the hooked spur or the sand violet. All right. Caitlin. Blunt.
Violet?
That's correct. All right, yes, the blunt violet is Viola obtusa. Come on up. All right, first to 3 wins, and we will keep going until you all get there. 'Cause that is fun for me. Okay. Wonder.
Lily?
No, I'm sorry. That is a violet. All right. Pineapple. Pineapple violet or pineapple lily?
Lily.
That's correct. Pineapple lily is from southern Africa, as are many of the lilies I found in my exhaustive research that got to the point this week where Google stopped and made me click a I'm not a robot thing because my search patterns were so weird. I've never seen this before. And I was like, we don't know what to sell this guy. So, all right. Hedgehog.
Lily?
That's correct. Flowers are uniquely scented like yeast to attract pollination by gerbils and other rodents. Okay. All right, we got to get you on the board. Moose horn.
Violet?
That's correct. Also known as the pine violet. All right, Lauren, this is for the win. Speckled wood.
Violet?
No. Speckled wood lily is endemic to Appalachia. All right, Caitlin can come in for the steal. European heath dog.
Violet?
That's correct. All right, the European heath dog, violet. Viola canina, canine violet. All right. Okay, Jody, you can get right back in it here. The autumn zephyr.
Violet?
No, sorry. It's also known as the Peruvian swamp lily. All right. Guadalupe.
Violet.
That's correct. Wow, it's extremely rare. Only found in the Guadalupe Mountains. Okay, Jody, it's just you until you get a couple more. Okay. All right. Natal, the natal violet. That's not even right. I said it's a lily. Never mind. How about this? This is a good one to follow that one up with. Surprise.
Lily?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Also known as the resurrection lily, which is one sort of surprise. Okay. We still need one more for you. Okay. Ooh. Blood.
Violet.
Incorrect. Sorry. Toad.
Lily.
That's correct.
Okay.
All right. Okay, audience, one for you. Trout. Both. What? It's the trout lily or the dog's tooth violet. Isn't that crazy? Thank you all for playing the Bushwick quiz. All right. Coming up now to start our second half of music is Intisaar. Intisaar is a Palestinian-American composer, vocalist, guitarist, and performer best known for her emotive and powerful vocals, unique chord choices, and vivid lyricism. Intisaar has for original music inspired by Dune and the Midnight Library. Please make some noise for Intisaar.
I had to use my lyrics, and I should have picked smaller paper. So, oh my gosh, the music tonight has been so good. Seriously. I think like the best, I've only been to like 2 of these things, but it's like getting better every time. So, my song, I like zeroed in on the part of the novel where the narrator talks about domestic violence and like her just the casual way it's just sort of bandied about in the prose, and I just felt like that was like even more powerful than making a big deal out of it. Oh, thank you. So I kind of ran with that theme. I thought more people would. That was really bad, you guys. I feel like some people may have some hearing loss after that. I am so sorry. Is my guitar, is it okay? There's like a little mic. I am so sorry. Oh my God, you guys look like you're in so much pain. My thing made it, though. Okay. The lady with the baby said it's okay, so I feel like, thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Yes! All right. Cleansing the palate. Anyway, so this is a song about that, the part of the novel where the main character is experiencing the abuse and then like kind of like her moving through that and me like speaking through her. Okay. I'm so sorry about that loud noise. Okay.
Flesh to fear, my base and knee got the best of me. It felt so free, carried me away from what's best for me. We locked the door, my babies can hear us right through the floor. Crash and scream, violence raining down on me. Violence, violence raining down. I took it for granted, precious gravity. My feet were planted and now they're swept out from under me. The pain was woven in, blending with the lust and sweetening the suffering. This new reality is threatening the fate of my family. Changing me, yearning for a love that is fading. Jealousy chipping away at my dignity. It's hard to see, but somewhere in this mess is the real me. I took it for granted, precious gravity. My feet were planted, now adrift and uncertainty. The pain was woven in, blending with the lust and sweetening by suffering. This new reality is threatening the fate of my family.
never again will I stay silent. Swear to protect my precious heart and my family. The pain was woven in, blended with the sweet. I couldn't feel the suffering. All that's dear to me, this is for my own heart, for my family. Thank you. I'm sorry about the loud noise. Can I unplug it?
Intisaar. Right. You can catch Intisaar on May 25th. Man, you are punk rock every step of the way. This is, yeah. May 25th at Lo-Fi, and that's got to be one of the last times you can go to Lo-Fi because we're losing that one. Yeah, that one's Eastlake. Oh, you're good. All right. Hey, while Kate is plugging in, we're so delighted to have Seatle Rep here, but I want to mention some other partnerships that we keep going through the year. It's not on that card. Seattle Arts and Lectures Poetry Series had 4 events this year. Each one of them started with a Bushwick songwriter. That is, oh yeah, maybe there's a slide. Oh, Seattle Arts and Lectures. I didn't put it in the Keep Handy folder. That's on me. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we had 4 really fun events this year, one of which was here with Seattle Arts and Lectures. The Jack Straw Writers Anthology, if you're not familiar with Jack Straw in the U District, they do they highlight 12 writers a year, and we produced 12 videos with original songs inspired by each one of them. Look at that. There they all are. That was really fun. And we're really excited to announce that on September 30th, we'll be partnering with Hedgebrook, a really renowned writer's residency up on Whidbey Island for an event they're doing at Town Hall. They reached out to us and asked, and that was an easy yes. So more information about that coming soon. All right, this is Kate Berreth. Kate Berreth is a natural-born songstress who started writing songs in early childhood and, having found her catharsis, joy, and voice, never stopped. Kate is a music educator and creative healer who serves her community through the empowerment and enablement of others in music. That's capital M music, as you submitted on the forum. Good work. As an artist, she releases original music both as a solo songstress as well as in collaboration with her beloved alternative funk band Good Quiver. Kate loves a good book and a good Bushwick Book Club songwriting assignment. Fun fact, Kate was booked to play the Red at the Bone Bushwick show in January, but had to cancel due to the early arrival of her first daughter. Tonight is the first time Kate's new baby Sabrina, hey, we'll see.
I don't know the words.
We'll see her mother perform. Do you need the stand? Do you need any of the rest of this? Get it out of here. All right, Kate Berreth.
Hello, thank you so much. So I am pretty short. I got a pretty pointy nose. I got light blue eyes. I got pretty pale skin. I got some purple pants. I've got some black wedges. And I've got this heirloom, this family heirloom from my great-grandmother. And it is a flamenco-style cape, which felt very appropriate. It's got purple and pink flowers on it. So that's what I am rocking, along with a beret on the side of my head. The song that I wrote may as well be called 5 Years, so that's what I'm going to call it. I enjoyed the book. The book had all these landscapes that, you know, I mean, I wasn't like bored, right? Like I kept reading it and I was like, holy moly, that's part 1, right? But I didn't like Violeta one bit. I was waiting for her to learn anything the entire time. And I just felt that she didn't. So my song turns into kind of a roast, kind of a summation that is a roast of Violeta, but really the perspective that bookends it, and the perspective that I imagine, summarizes her letter as such, is the perspective of her grandson who receives this letter. What in the world is Camila thinking, right? So that's what this is about. 1, 2, 3, 4. It took 5 years to get through your letter, Violeta, Violeta. It took 5 years to get through your letter, Violeta, Violeta. It took 5 years to get through your letter, Violeta, Violeta. It took 5 years to get through your letter, Violeta. I was a bad seed, a bad seed, a bad seed. My rich parents had to hire someone very strict indeed. People are shit, people are shit. Let me tell you about me. Everything changed when my dad went insane, but not quite. He had reason upon reason that night to do what he did, but I was just a kid. People are shit, people are shit. Let me tell you about me. People are shit, people are shit. Let me tell you about me. We were beguiled, we were exiled into the wild where it's free. I was a child, I could have smiled in better company. It was like one day I woke up and I was young and beautiful. All these guys tried to catch my eyes. I knew better, but I felt sprung and dutiful. Won't let an opportunity fly by. I broke hearts recklessly and it came back to me. Meanwhile, I had a boy child, a boy child, a boy child of peace. I let his father rip him up because his father was a beast. People are shit, people are shit. Let me tell you about me. I wouldn't listen to my son, who told me truth until the truth was that he truly had to run. People are shit, people are shit. Let me tell you about me. I had a girl child, a girl child, a girl child of heart. I let the bad man take her from me, but I knew it wasn't smart. People are shit, people are shit. Let me tell you about me. Let me tell you about me. I don't lie. I don't lie. I don't lie. I don't lie. She was your mother, my daughter. I never liked kids. Still, I admit regretting, not forgetting what I did. People are shit, people are shit. Let me tell you about me. I hope you don't mind understanding abuelitas into sex. Acrobatically, emphatically, and I believe you're next. People are shit, people are shit. Let me tell you about me. I don't respect you nor your priesthood, and in fact, it's just a joke. One day you'll meet a woman, stick it in her, have a smoke. People are shit, people are shit. Let me tell you about me. Don't fight it, Camilo. Let me tell you about me. One, two, three, four. It took 5 years to get through your letter, Violeta, Violeta. It took 5 years to get through your letter, Violeta, Violeta. It took 5 years to get through your letter, Violeta, Violeta. It took 5 years to get through your letter, Violeta. It took 5 years to get through your letter, Violeta, Violeta. It took 5 years to get through your letter, Violeta, Violeta. It's not my judgment to be passing, but I bet your ghostly ass is in hell. Took 5 years to get through your letter, but you know I still wish you well.
Kate Berreth. All right. Sabrina, what'd you think? All right. Let's get this out of here. Well, please welcome back to the stage Rose Cano and Viviana Garza from Seatle Rep.
Inside Marina's nightmare.
I'll give you a hint. One hint. Find me in the darkest place. The darkest place you can't imagine.
The journey of a catfish is a circle. It moves from the ocean to the net, to the boat, to a tank, to a bag, to my pot, to my bowl, to my belly, to my toilet bowl, to the pipes, to the sewer, and back to the ocean. Tonight, when I dream, I will not breathe. I will not breathe. No breathing. None. I've been folding cranes in my sleep. I've made 999 cranes from folded newspaper and brown paper bags and wrapping paper and beer labels, and each is just a little tiny bit different. There. 1,000 grains for one wish. With my eyes closed, I see water. Screaming water. And I'm drowning like at the end of every night. I hold my breath. I want to breathe, but no. No, I open my mouth and suck in the water. I swallow. And I feel heavier and heavier. And everything gets darker and darker, pushing the light up and away. And every swallow takes me down, deeper, down. Now, there is so much pressure that I should implode and just disappear. But I don't. I go down, deeper, down. Oh, a light. Look, there, it's a little light. And another light. And another. Ah! They are bones. These lights belong to skeleton fish, and they look like bags of bones with long worms growing from their heads that glow. And I go down, deeper, down, until I feel the floor. There it is. The very, very bottom of everything. Is somebody there? Hello? Rosa?
Rose Cano and Viviana Garza. Keep that applause going for Daira Rodriguez, who directed that. Rehearsals started just a few hours ago, right here. It was really lovely to watch it all come together. All right. We still got a few more songs for you. How are we feeling? Feeling a little purple. That's good. While we're getting set up here, I'll mention another thing that Bushwick Northwest does is runs an education program, STYLE, Songwriting Through Youth Literature Education. As the school year is winding down, we're celebrating having done programs in these elementary schools: Bryant, Decatur, Dearborn Park, Capra, McGillivray, Olympic View, Sandpoint, Thurgood Marshall, and Westview. It was a lot of fun. Jeff coordinated a lot of those programs. Did you have fun, Jeff?
I had a great time. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you help students write original music inspired by their own stories?
Yes.
Did you record any of those songs?
Yes, we did that.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know that he was going to ask me to do this, but I think that it actually is important to talk about style, songwriting through youth literature education, because what we do is we push into classrooms and we teach songwriting using books the students are already reading in their classrooms. And yes, we were at Decatur Elementary School just last week. We brought in a full recording studio where the students put on all the headphones and they sang into a microphones that changed their worlds all of a sudden. As soon as you put on a microphone in a studio, it changes your world, especially when you're in first grade. They're like, what? The first graders are like, what the fuck is going on right now? They don't understand. And it's amazing to see their faces once that changes. And they can see that books can make a difference, that words can make a difference, that art can make a difference. That's one of the cool things that we did just this last week. Among booking, our Indigenous storytelling program at Dearborn Park, as well as our dance program at Thurgood Marshall Elementary School. There's lots of really cool things that we do with style, songwriting through youth literature education. Your memberships, your donations, your ticket sales help us do these programs.
Executive Director Jeff Larson. In the earliest years of Style, I helped out with some of the middle school residencies, and when we would do the recording studio day and bring in the headphones, kids loved it. And the seventh graders would they would all do the same thing when they put the headphones on and the mic got turned on. They'd go like this. And they thought that their headphone mix was somehow a microphone could discern different voices and send it only to your headphones, and they didn't realize we could all hear it. And you'd say you're making mouth noise. Like, what? That was always my favorite moment of the program. Moving on, this is Christiana Crabbe. Christiana is a former evangelist turned multidisciplinary goof who loves circus and synthesizers and dive bar shock rock antics most of all. They've joined us for original music inspired by The Picture of Dorian Gray and participated in this year's Jack Straw collaboration. Christiana Crabbe.
Hey everybody, I'm Christiana. I'm dressed like an extra in A Midsummer Night's Dream. For those at home, it means I'm wearing little fairy clothes, a bunch of them until it looks like an outfit. This is the vocal mic test. I have a novel instrument. These are the only ones, I think, in the West Coast. They're called Somi ones. They turn movement into MIDI signal, aka it's kind of like a Nintendo Wiimote hooked up to a cool DJ. If that makes sense, you'll see in a second. The genre is avant-hard because I go really hard and sometimes it's kind of hard to listen to, and so we're gonna do a little sound check here. This book really frustrated me because our protagonist was, like Taylor Swift, lightning on her feet as she transitioned through different things in her life. But it took her an extremely long time to become progressive. That's a lot. Hold on, let me. It was like, why did it take her so long to become progressive when she was always surrounded by communists and socialists and lesbians? It was like, come on. And so anyways, that was the thing that I wrestled with as I read this book and I thought through it and I thought about the music that I wanted to make. And I was just thinking about how we navigate this space and time that we're given, and how you really can't hold anybody to any standard except for your own. And at the end, we're all just kind of answering to what feels true to us. I'm not that tall. All right. This is all technically part of the song, by the way. I answer to hunger. I answer to time. I answer to hunger. I answer only to my time. The only thing you owe life is your death, I said last time. But this time I invite you to give a little more, live a little more generously while you're here. Why not? It's something to do. If I could just cut through the noise, if I could just cut through the noise and control the through line, I see no through line. I answer only to hunger. I understand only my time. I answer only to my time. I answer only to hunger. I answer only to time. And we're all yeast, but I wonder if we could meet. I do not answer to you or to this news. I am my own alarm. Thanks.
Christiana Crabbe. Yes. We have one more song for you. Before we bring up that last performer, I want to say some thanks because it takes a village to build these things off. Jason is running front of house sound in the back. Dylan Randolph, live stream tech, is beaming it out into the world. Michael Wallenfels does our season graphic design. Bushwick Book Club theme songs written and performed by Julia Massey. Thanks to our volunteers, Sasha and Caitlin. The Bushwick production team of Jeff Larson, Carrie Garvin, Drea Marilyn, Emily Persia, Wes Weddell. Caitlin was our house manager at Hugo House. DK was taking care of you at the bar. And thanks so much to Nebra Nelson and Gabrielle Moore from Seatle Rep for joining us and pulling that together. All right. Chiku Nance is a Chamorro artist and comedian born and raised in the Seattle area. Thank you. You're welcome. They participate in the artist collectives Flower Flower and Gumagila, which explore the intersection between queerness and Pacifica identity. You can follow them on Instagram at Chiku Nance to get updates on the release of their first single. Is that coming soon? Is it soon?
Soon.
Soon! All right. Has joined us in the past for original music inspired by Red at the Bone, was also part of the Jack Straw project this year. Chiku Nance.
Thank you. Wow. Yay. And one more round of applause for all the performers before me. Yes. For visual description, blue shirt, brown pants, heart glasses, brown skin. So my piece was inspired by Violeta's very toxic relationship and my friend's very toxic relationship, all into one. So yeah, I will start playing my song. Trying hard to make my way in a world that wasn't built for me. Had to pick and choose my fight so that I could find a sense of peace. And oh, I worked so hard to break your spell. Oh, I tried, I failed, I tripped, I fell. What is it about your love that cuts me into pieces? I know that you're lying to my face, you're sorry. I believe it sometimes. I wish that we never met. I wish it was that easy, but when I walk out the door to leave, you're begging like you need me. Giving up all self-control so that I can run away with you. Playing hard to win the game, 'cause I know you have the most to lose. And oh, I gave my life, my heart, my soul. Oh, I gave more than I could handle. What is it about your love that cuts me into pieces? I know that you're lying to my face, you're sorry. I believe it sometimes. I wish that we never met. I wish it was that easy, but when I walk out the door to leave, you're begging like you need me. You're begging like you need me. I wish that it was easy. You're sorry, I believe it. You cut me into pieces. Working hard to make things right, to return to where I was before. Healing from my open wounds where you cut me right down to my core. No, I worked so hard to break your spell. Oh, I worked, I won, goodbye, farewell. Thank you.
Chiku Nance! All right, catch more of Nance at Indigiqueer at the Waterfront, June 23rd with Gumagila, and the Seattle Dyke March, June 24th. My, what a great musical distance we traveled tonight. thank you all for coming along, those of you in the room, those of you at home, those of you watching the archive of this 100 years from now. All right? Internet is forever. Start some noise and keep it going, please. For Gene Mann, Vince Martinez, Nottingham Wicks, Shelby Natasha, Intisaar, Kate Berreth, Christiana Crabbe, Chiku Nance, Rose Cano, and Viviana Garza from Seatle Rep, director Daira Rodriguez. Thanks to Nabra and Gabrielle from that. We have one more show of original music inspired by books for this season, our 13th Mainstage season, our full spectrum season, where every show has celebrated a color. And that is June 3rd, a Saturday, at Town Hall Seattle, original music inspired by Blue Highways, William Least Heat Moon's Journey Through America. At that show, we will announce some titles for our next season, because we're only going to take a couple months off. We'll be right back at you in September with a whole new season of original music inspired by books. Be safe, stay kind. Thank you.
Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter